Welcome back, lovely people. Good to see you back here for another CruiseAway show here on Gecko. Now, you've joined us just in time to get a taste of real travel adventures in this show put together by our amazing team, and this time taking us across Asia and beyond. Now, I can't wait to tell you later about our exciting Dreamaway package for next February, where we fly over to Tokyo in Japan, stay there, and then cruise this incredible country, as well as Thailand and South Korea on an immersive itinerary with Holland America Line. So please make sure you stay with us. I want to start though with a trip that really warms my heart. In fact, you're getting clues of it already behind me. Your chance to visit and tour the most wonderful parts of incredible India on a fully escorted tour. You'll be seeing Delhi, Jaipur and Agra. It's India's Golden Triangle. You'll be exploring with local guides these amazing places, and as part of the tour, get to experience for yourself the magnificent Taj Mahal. I've been lucky enough to have been to these parts of India, and the experience is a wonderfully poignant assault on the senses. It's a truly fascinating holiday experience, and our Dreamaway package combines this life-affirming tour with a cruise from Mumbai in India along the spice route to Singapore with Celebrity Cruises. So enough talking about it, let's see it. Now, your tour guide is waiting to tell you more. So this 22-night trip starts on the 11th of February next year, and we are flying from Sydney over to Delhi in India. Now, when you arrive at the airport, you'll be met by a wonderful tour company that we've been working with for many years called Perfect Travels for the start of your unforgettable 6-night fully escorted tour of the Golden Triangle. Now, Perfect Travels is headed up by one of our very good friends, Adi Bajaj, and here he is right now to give you a flavour of your magical trip.
Namaste everyone. Welcome to the Golden Triangle journey of India. First, you arrive in the beautiful city of New Delhi, the capital city of India, inspired by the British Empire. We've got two parts in Delhi. One is the Old Delhi and the New Delhi. New Delhi being the capital, Old City being inspired by the great Mughal Empire and the Persian architecture, as you can see. You get arrived with a traditional Indian welcome, and at the airport in Delhi, from there your journey will begin. Day number 2, you go to the Old City, which is called Old Delhi. Over here we have a place called the Chandni Chowk, where we take a rickshaw ride in the spice markets. We go to Agra and go to the beautiful en route Agra's Red Fort. It's a red fortress, one of the Mughal Empire's finest architectures of the 1630. The architecture on it is actually called Pietra Dura. You see the red fort and enjoy the beautiful magnificence of the great Mughal Empire. The same day, you will also go for a sunset and a sunrise tour of Taj. There are 2 Taj Mahal tours we have included in this package, just to make sure you guys get the best of India's best. The Taj Mahal tour, as you can see, a monument made in 1631 by the great Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. You see the finest architecture, having 20,000 people built it all. Over there we also visit the Gandhi's Memorial. As you can see, a picture of the first Prime Minister, Lady Indira Gandhi. That's the Gandhi's Memorial, where we see that fantastic first ruling that actually started from there. In Agra, we also visit the marble factory, which is actually local artisans who belong to the families of the masterpiece Taj Mahal itself, whose great-great-grandfathers had built the monument. They today are working in the beautiful factories in Agra. The next stop of the 3 cities of Golden Triangle is the Pink City, Jaipur, the capital of Rajasthan state of India. We witnessed the fantastic Hawa Mahal, which is actually a palace of winds, having intricate 250 windows. This right here, as you can see, is the Amber Fortress, also known as the Amber Fort. It's a fortress on top of a hill, which is the Amber Hill in Jaipur's outskirts. Over here, we hop on to royal elephants and we take a journey uphill to witness some of the finest architecture of the Mughal Empire. A palace and a fort and a museum complex inside. It's absolutely stunning. After that, we come back to new city of Delhi, and this is the last leg of your Golden Triangle. New Delhi city has got these fantastic Persian tombs, which was one of the first in India. Some underground stepwells, as you can see right there, which is called the Agra Sain Ki Baoli. And how can we forget the Red Fortress of Delhi as well, which was the British Empire's residence when they were in Delhi. It's a fantastic Golden Triangle tour filled with colors, people, life, monuments, and not to forget the charm of old India. Over here you can see some glimpses of the entire tour, whether it may be the elephant rides in Jaipur in these royal elephants, or whether it may be our fantastic deluxe coaches which are there at your service the moment you arrive at the international airport in Delhi. We have our guides and a helper will be traveling with you along with the driver as well. Everyone has one-to-one interaction with the guide, a more personalized touch throughout the journey of this fantastic 3 cities that makes the beautiful Golden Triangle of India. A beautiful hands-on Indian experience, and I do look forward for seeing you in India very soon. Thanking you so much for your time. Namaste.
Namaste, lovely Addy. And honestly, his team and his tours are incredible. And we have sent, as a company, we have sent so many thousands of people around the Golden Triangle. And it is honestly one of the most incredible things you will ever do. The sights you will see, and everyone will have a different experience as well, because every day in those wonderful cities is very, very different indeed. Now, at the end of your tour, you'll be transferred to Delhi, into the airport there for a flight, and it's only a short flight, this one, over to Mumbai. For a 2-night hotel stay there. Mumbai is an amazing assault on the senses. In fact, the main train station is one of the biggest architectural kind of landmarks there and has to be seen. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm not even going to try and say its name, but there is so much to do in Mumbai. It is a very, very busy city indeed. Catch a Bollywood movie if you get the chance as well. There are lots of theatres and cinemas there. You're going to love it. And then waiting for you in Mumbai at the cruise port will be your ultimate luxury haven of 5-star celebrity millennium. This is going to be very much, I mean, you've just had the real adventure of traveling around the Golden Triangle, having all of the adventures that you've had here. And that's kind of your adventurous part of this holiday. And this is the chance to explore, but to do it and unwind and detox at the same time, because the whole of this cruise experience is at 5-star level, is in pure and utter comfort. It is such a lovely escape and a lovely haven. People love these cruise ships because they are just so smart. They are like if you had untold dollars to design your dream house, you would want the designers of these ships to come and put their stamp on your dream, billion-dollar house, because the touches, and it's just the little touches that are on board these ships, make the biggest of differences. Everything is comfortable. Everything is brand spanking new. Everything is worthy of taking a picture of. From going into the spa and just the array of different treatment rooms that you have there. The menu, the spa menu with Celebrity is ridiculous. It goes on and on and on. You could have every treatment under the sun. And look at the ambience of the ship itself. Everything culinary-wise, everything food-wise, freshly prepared by massively experienced team on board. Often the teams on board have been recruited from 5-star hotels around the world, so they know how to deliver incredible service. They know the kind of things that we like, and they know the kind of things that we don't like. And that's the great thing about a cruise, is that your team on board, they get to know you as well. They get to know how you like your steak, which red wine you fancy with your steak. They give you amazing advice as well. It's just such a lovely experience. And this cruise that we're taking now, which is kind of taking the spice route from India across to Singapore, you are going to love it, because the information on board about all of the places that you're going to. There are port presentations which you can attend live or you can watch on your interactive TV. There are excursion opportunities right the way through the cruise for you as well, and they're curated 5-star, you know, kind of money can't buy kind of experiences. And while you're on board, I mean, just look, everything is laid back, everything is relaxed, everything is sophisticated. You feel like you're really being spoilt on one of these celebrity cruises. They're very, very nice. I've been on the celebrity ships and I was absolutely wowed for the price you're paying for what comes back to you in terms of just the sheer spectacle of the ship itself, let alone the service, the cuisine, the entertainment, everything being at that very, very upscale level. It's beautiful. Now we're sailing out of Mumbai, 12 nights of cruising, and we are going to one of the biggest hotspots in India for summer holidays, beach holidays, down towards Goa. Panjim is the main town there. There are amazing shore excursions that you can take, visit spice factories and more. A day at sea and we find ourselves in Sri Lanka, in Colombo. Now you are spending 2 days here, so you've got lots of opportunities to explore the Royal Botanical Gardens, maybe the Petta Bazaar, where you can do a little bartering there. And the markets are just incredible in this city, but there's so much to see. Staying in Sri Lanka, we go to Hambantota next, where you can visit the Yala National Park and you can take a safari there. The Bundala National Park is there as well, of course, and you can go and see the greater flamingos there. 2 days at sea, we're in Phuket in Thailand. Now you can try your hand at kart racing and buggy cross here, and these buggies look great fun as well. Lots and lots of challenges there. There's also Phuket Fantasy, which is a wonderland, a bit like a theme park as well. Lots of temples to visit too. Penang next in Malaysia. See the street art in Georgetown. Visit a batik factory to see where the fabrics are printed, and there's a tropical spice garden for you to have a good wander around as well if you like. Next we head into Kuala Lumpur, an amazing city, and there are tours here available, and you can take a ferry over to Crab Island too, and there's a mangrove there which is built on stilts, or a mangrove island should I say, which is all built up on stilts. Now we end the cruise in Singapore, and that's where we say goodbye to our cruise ship, but we say hello to Singapore because we're sticking around for a night in a hotel here to enjoy the city, and it is just an incredible city. It's often somewhere which gets forgotten as a destination because often we're laying over on a flight to go somewhere else, but this is your chance to explore the city itself. It's an incredible place to be. So have a look at your itinerary all told. It looks just brilliant. Remember, you've got the combination here of this tailored escorted tour of the Golden Triangle in India, tours of new and old Delhi, Jaipur and Agra and the Taj Mahal, and you're seeing the Taj Mahal at different times of day as well, which will just be wonderful. And then you've got this luxurious spice route cruise with celebrity as well. Oh my word, I'm so excited for you. Honestly, when you come back from India, if you've never been to India before, and I've been a couple of times, you come back and you just say, I am so glad I went there, because it's so life affirming, it's so wonderful, you just see happiness everywhere. It is incredible. For me, this is a trip of a lifetime, and I would love you to do it as well, because you will want to go back again and again. It's 22 nights all told. It's for February next year. It includes, and this is a long list, your flight from Sydney over to Delhi, your 6-night bespoke and fully escorted tour of Delhi, Jaipur and Agra, so that Golden Triangle of India, including your trips to the Taj Mahal. At the end of the tour, of course, you've got your flight from Delhi over to Mumbai. That's only about an hour's flight as well, by the way. 2-night hotel stay in the very busy city of Mumbai, which will just be an assault on the senses. And then you go to sheer relaxing paradise on board your celebrity cruise. You are going to love it. You're on board the Millennium and you're cruising Sri Lanka, Thailand and Malaysia, heading through into Singapore, and then you've got your stay in the hotel in Singapore before you fly back to Sydney from Singapore. There we go. Right. Okay. Now, often these bespoke trips, you're talking about tens of thousands of dollars to actually do. But look, we've managed to combine not only a 5-star cruise holiday, which is a lengthy cruise, and a bespoke and tailored escorted tour of 3 amazing parts of India, which you will so enjoy seeing. All of that at 6,299 per person. Now remember, in terms of budgeting, because we're talking about early next year, you can break down the cost into either 6 or 12 payments with Travel Pay Later, which is absolutely fantastic, and it means that you can make your dreams realities today, which is just brilliant to do. Let's go and have a look at upgrades in terms of the cruise element on this holiday as well. So if you do want to upgrade to your ocean view or your balcony, because that's kind of the ultimate of the ultimate. You are already 5-star, so you're already going to have the most incredible treat. But if you want to upgrade and take that a little bit further, you can certainly do that. And remember, Travel Pay Later, allowing you to break down the cost of the holiday into 6 or 12 payments. Again, it's there. You don't have to use it, but it is there if you want to. And I think that's a great thing these days, because it means that we can really make those big holiday plans. And listen, if you wanted to do an experience like this maybe a year later, maybe you're thinking, actually, I need a little bit more of a run up in terms of budgeting for this, we can arrange these Golden Triangle tours right the way into the future as well, into 2026 and probably beyond as well, and team that up with a cruise experience. Talk to our team, because really any ideas you have, we will do our very best to make it happen. The great thing is we've got a big choice of cruise lines around the world, and we've got wonderful tour experiences that we can send you on literally around the world. I mean, there are so many, there really are, that I could talk to you about right now, but we don't have time. But we do have time for another wonderful Dream Away package. And this one is altogether a very different trip, because we're going to explore Japan, Taiwan and South Korea in the spring with Holland America Line on another Dream Away package, where we take care of all the arrangements for you, so you can just enjoy the actual holiday itself. Now, we'll start by flying you from Sydney on the 27th of February next year to start our 32 nights by flying over to Tokyo. Now, this is a city that you really have to make some memories in, so we've booked you into a hotel here for the first 3 nights. You are going to absolutely love this city, and there is so much to enjoy. 1 or 2 highlights I can pick out for you. Make sure you get into Akihabara, which is called Electric Town, right in the center. If you love things like anime, manga, trading cards, you know, the games consoles and all of that, make sure you get into there. Lots of people, of course, will want to head to the Shibuya crossing, of course, where everyone's crossing, thousands of people crossing at the same time. Get into Shinjuku as well, where all the lively nightlife is. There is so much to enjoy in Tokyo, and you have plenty of time to enjoy it as well. Then it's cruise time. Now, we are on board our cruise for 28 phenomenal nights. So you are going to get to know the ship, the Nordam from Holland America Line, very well indeed. Now, the great thing about Holland America, it is laid back luxury. So it is very relaxed, and they major on the experience and enrichment that happens on board. There's lots of activities that you can get involved with. There are lots of classes, there are lots of lectures, there's the test kitchen, I think, that you saw there, the Culinary Arts Centre, where maybe you come back and you've picked up a new dish from the chefs on board. But it's all about having a great time, because a cruise like this, it's very intensive in terms of ports. Of course, we're exploring Japan and Taiwan. And it's going to be about the destination. So you want to make sure that when you come back to your ship after a busy day exploring, that it's nice and relaxed, that you're off the clock, that you can be as busy or as relaxed as you like to. You can still boogie until the wee small hours of the night if you want to. There are a few sea days on this itinerary as well, so you have got some days where you're not missing out on a port, and you can simply have a late lie-in, have a late breakfast, have a lazy lunch by the pool, have a spa treatment, have a glass of champagne at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and just, you know, let your hair down and take in the experience of the holiday itself. Because remember, the cruise is luxury, it is full of facility on board, but ultimately this is your transportation to do the kind of travel that would be so difficult to do without lugging lots of suitcases on and off trains, in and out of hotels. A cruise is a great way of seeing a vast area all within one holiday, and you only unpack once at the beginning of the cruise and then just enjoy being relaxed all the way through it. Remember, your accommodation, it's cleaned, it's tidied, the beds are made, it's all beautifully refreshed and serviced every single day of your cruise. So you never have to lift a finger, you don't have to do the cooking, the cleaning, the washing. You can just put all of that to one side, all the cares and worries of the world, and just enjoy the cruise, which is 28 nights long, and we're starting in Tokyo, remember. So your first day is at sea, and then we go into Miyazaki, into Abaratsu. Now this is on the island of Kyushu, very dramatic rocky coastline here, and there's a temple there that's said to be helpful for finding a spouse. You could find love there, who knows. We are heading next to Amami Oshima, to Nasa, and a wonderful tropical island this, lots to do, quite authentic and traditional, but amazing mountains and beaches around. Next we go into the capital of the Okinawa prefecture, which is Naha, into the biggest city here. Wonderful southeast botanical gardens here, which is lovely to relax and walk around, full of koi carp. Next we head to Ishigaki Island, which again is another tropical paradise really. Lovely jungles here, wonderful beaches and sea adventures, see the sea turtles and maybe the manta rays as well. To Taiwan next, to Hualien on the east coast, very famous pine garden here and a lovely cultural centre, so lots of different choices here. And then we head to Keelung in Taiwan, and you can take the Mekong Delta here or see the temples and the markets, and you dock right in the centre there as well. Head to Taipei 101, gives you the best views across. And then we back into Japan, into Nagasaki, where you can ride the electric tramway here, visit the Peace Park, take the Sky Road up Glover Park, or maybe brave the 800 steps. It will be good for the calorie counts. Next into Kagoshima, where you can visit the Lava Observatory at Arimura, or maybe marvel at the incredible Mount Shirayama. Kochi is next on the island of Shikoku. The Tosa Shrine is here. Kochi Castle, very, very famous here as well. Lots of excursions along the way. Next, we take the first of two visits into Kobe. Now you can go to the herb gardens here or go up high and enjoy the cable car to get all the best views across the city. We're coming back later. We have the next day at sea back into Tokyo because we're taking another cruise. So you've got a day in Tokyo for you to wander around and maybe see something you missed the first time around. And next we head back into Kagoshima. Now it's the Sakurajima volcano, which is the big attraction here in the hot springs. So make sure you can head and see those. They are amazing. Nagasaki, we are back in here. Maybe you can take the Sky Road this time up Glover Park. There are lots and lots of different temples and amazing shopping here too. We're in South Korea next, in Busan. Some very nice beaches here, as they tend to be in the coastal ports. And there's a wonderful cultural village there to see life in South Korea. And then we're next off to Jeju, which again has some amazing beaches, and the Dongmum Market to pick up souvenirs and enjoy the spices. South Korea, we stay into the port next for Seoul, which is Incheon. Head into Seoul, you can see the famous palaces here. Head up the North Seoul Tower, shop on the famous shopping streets as well. It's a real foodie's paradise. A day at sea, then we're doing some scenic cruising through the Kanman Strait, which separates Japan's two main islands, Honshu and Kyushu, into Hiroshima. And it's Miyajima Island, which is a UNESCO site here, which is well worth visiting for the temple shrine. And of course the deer as well. Kochi, we're back for a second stop here. The Tosa Shrine, the amazing beaches, and again more temples to enjoy too. And then we're back into Kobe. I said we were back here for another visit, which is brilliant. Enjoy the famous beef and go up Rocco Mountain and get the $10 million view as well. A day at sea, and we are in a very familiar port here, Shimizu. This is the port for Mount Fuji. You've got to take a tour there and see the mount itself and the wonderful lakes. You can take cruises on those. And we end the cruise in Yokohama, which is the port for Tokyo. Of course, we've included the transfer from the port to the airport for your flight back to Sydney. Oh my crikey, when you look across this itinerary, It is incredible, isn't it? 32 stunning nights starting at the end of February next year. So this is great. Do all your homework on these places you're going to before you go. Your flight from Sydney over to Tokyo, 3 nights in a hotel there, and then that whopping 28-night cruise of laid-back luxury with Holland America Line on the Noordam. It's a double cruise, remember, you're doing a back-to-back cruise here, so you're exploring intensively Japan, South Korea and Taiwan as well. We end back in the port for Tokyo, and as I say, include that transfer from the port to the airport for your flight back to Sydney. Oh my word, look at this. This does not look enough. And I checked, I promise you I checked and double checked with our team to make sure that we had that price correct, because I looked at everything you are doing. I mean, there aren't many itineraries that are as Japan intensive as this one, and it is where the world wants to go and explore and holiday as well. Let's have a look at upgrades in terms of the cruise element of this, because that's, you know, the lion's share of this. 28 nights on board Holland America's Noordam. You are going to love it. You can see there, you can put a deposit down on this right now for next year, which is around about half the price if you want to do that now as a deposit. And then of course, I know I keep mentioning it, but it just makes your travel possibilities bigger. You can use Travel Pay Later and take advantage of that as well. Split the cost down to 6 or 12 equal payments with no extra interest to pay as well. Just an admin fee there. Very, very easy to sign up. It really is very, very simple indeed. So if you want to take advantage of that for this or any one of our amazing offers here at CruiseAway, just talk to the team. It's very, very simple process. The number to call is 1300 408 765. And remember, that's toll free. It's not going to cost you a cent to call us at all. Oh my word. 2 absolutely extraordinary packages there that are very, very different. And as I said before, in this show we had the Golden Triangle, of course, and then we had that wonderful, wonderful intensive Japan itinerary on the cruise. But our tour team can put together some very, very exciting adventures around the world for you as well. There's not just the Golden Triangle in India. There is wonderful Tarzan tigers. There is the wonderful terracotta warriors. We can do cruise experiences up in Alaska and across the Canadian Rockies. There are experiences in America as well. Up in Canada, the Calgary Stampede. Honestly, the world is your oyster, and we can team those up beautifully with cruise holidays as well and just make the most of your travel, because of course when we're traveling from here it's always a long way, isn't it? Anyway, listen, it won't be long until I see you back here again on Gecko daily. Remember, 10 in the morning, 1 and 4 in the afternoon for more CruiseAway with myself and Joe. So whatever you're up to today, make sure you go easy. Bye bye.